It's about this girl in Michigan, I think. And her boyfriend starts getting these text messages from this number they don't know. And they're being bullied by this person. But who that person is wild.
Was it like Gossip Girl and they talking crazy? Like what?
If you want me to go into I'll spoil it for you. But it's
I think I heard who it was.
I mean,
because people are talking about it.
So the week we read it. Mm-hmm. Or question of the week. It's a fun one in my opinion. Well, for some it might be fun. It's fun for me.
What is it?
So the question of the week this week was, what's the weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't realize was insane until you grew up?
Of course, the traditional can't have the lights on in the car. I think my mama just didn't like it.
I think all of our parents told us
and
that.
I don't know why they did. I don't know who made them come together and tell us all that lie.
I don't know if my mother ever told me that, but somebody did tell me that you're not supposed to have the lights on in the car while you're driving. That somebody told me it was against the law.
I don't think it ever was, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. I really wouldn't.
It ever was.
I don't think it. I really wouldn't be surprised if that was never a law and they just did that to scare us. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't want people looking in our car. I
just think they didn't want people seeing in the car. But that was before tents were real popular.
Yeah, love me a good tent. I actually need to get my windows tinted on my car.
Yeah, I think people didn't want people seeing. They got all these lights on. They can see all in my car. Cut that mouth.
I don't care. So I was actually at the pharmacy and I was talking about listening to music or something and how I be jamming to it in my car. And they was like, I hope your windows tinted. I said, the back is, but the front ain't. And they was like, so people be just, I was like,
they can watch me dance if they want to.
Enjoy the damn concert.
I don't care.
Right. I said, I got the windows down and everything be singing. They can.
I don't care who can sing.
Like, I don't care. See me dance. See me
my joy. See it.
Hopefully
record it, document it, live in it.
Hopefully it transfers over to your miserable behind.
Hope it do.
Cause me and Stray Kids is up in here jamming. So we up in here hip hip.
Hey,
hey, that's what we doing.
Boy, Victor sick of that hip hip. Oh, he's sick of that.
I'm so happy I don't have nobody else living in here with me because randomly I would just go hip 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 hip, and they'd be like,
"What is this?"
And I was playing it today.
It's a good song.
While I was driving to go get me some chicken. Hopefully nobody says I'm racist for saying I got chicken again.
Maybe I. Anywho.
But I was like, I'm vibing out. I don't care who sees me.
Like, what are y'all doing in your cars that y'all feel the
I'm like,
need
do y'all
to
just be silent?
I don't know what they do. I be in my car having a good old jolly time.
Sure do. Can't convince me I ain't having a concert in that car.
Dancing, laughing. Nobody else in the car.
I do be in my car laughing. I know people be looking at me like, what is she doing?
Living.
I saw a guy earlier today on a unicycle.
Sounds dangerous.
It looked like it too, but he looked like he was just enjoying life, and it made me smile.
And I'm like, I hope you cross no rock in the road.
Not a single one. But because he was so joyful while he was, it made me smile. I said, you know what? We need more stuff like this. People just enjoying life.
Where did he buy one and where does he live? But that's
now that's a whole nother thing. Who knows? But I got some things from the people.
Yes. What we got?
All right. The weirdest rule that your parents had that you didn't know was insane until you got older. This one just says one thing. Red is the color whores wear.
Oh, we all heard that.
Now,
we all heard. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, we all heard that.
Now, I ain't never heard it put that way. Like, it's the color that whores wear.
Yeah.
Like, now,
Granny was intense.
Have I always been told that red is like a sexy color? Yes. But never like, nothing but as you have on red.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I am a woman of the Lord. I not be. I would not tolerate slander. But
I was like, I didn't realize
like
that
especially when I wanted red nail polish.
Mhm.
Woo! You would think the gates to hell broke open and I was trying to jump in. Like I just wanted some red polish.
I was like, like I said, I knew that people thought that, or people say that red is a sexy color. But I was like, I ain't know we was taking it that deep to
Oh
just
yeah.
nothing but whores wear red.
Yeah.
Hey, so the people, y'all know.
Grandmas held nothing back.
So that y'all know. Y'all got on red. Apparently, according to
Somebody's
society,
grandma.
somebody, you're a whore.
Yep.
I was like, dang, but call me a whore because I like wearing red.
Just a color to me. I thought it looked nice on my hand. I was young. I didn't know. First of all, I barely knew what a whore was. But it is.
Exactly. So I'm like, well, I guess.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Forgot about that one. Yep, throwback.
I think a lot of people forget about that one.
Forgot about that one.
This one kind of spent me for a minute.
Ooh, what is it?
All right. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. No pooping in the house.
Child, what? So what was you doing? Holding it till you got somewhere else?
Now this person said, not my house, but a classmate's dad had this rule and he was serious about it. So any sleepovers, there was a zero tolerance rule for shitting in his house. We had to hold it or go on a group exodus to the nearest store to poop together.
I wouldn't be going over there.
I feel like that's borderline child abuse.
What? Do you have a septic
What
tank?
if you got diarrhea? You can't hold that until you get to somewhere else.
Or was that just for the people who spent the night and not really the people that live there?
It doesn't matter.
Why are you hosting? Spend the night if that's how you feel. Don't host it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like taking poops in other people's houses.
I wouldn't tell somebody they can't take a poop in my house.
I wouldn't dare say, nope, you can't take a poop in my house. Now, I might tell you can't. Now, like, in my bathroom that's connected to my bedroom, no, you can't go in my bathroom and take a poop.
Everybody know. You go to the general bathroom. You do not go in the bathroom connected to somebody's bedroom to take a poop. It's just rude.
Exactly.
You wait for the general one to be free. Those are the rules. I wait till I go home. I ain't pooping.
Exactly.
Unless I got poop real bad, then I can't help it.
If I had to poop real bad, chances are I knew that was coming way before it actually happened. You gonna see me leave. Literally, this has happened to me before where I'll be in the middle of a conversation and I will wrap that damn conversation up like, I gotta go.
Stomach, and you're like, whoop. I'm like, something's a brewing. Gotta go.
Gotta go. And then I get home and I do my business. But I was like, I would never, especially kids, I wouldn't tell them they can't poop in my house. That is
and
weird.
I would not go over there. And let my mama found out somebody telling me I can't poop. They like, you ain't never going back over there.
Ever in life.
They can come over here if they want to see you. You ain't going over there.
I knew I was going to forget to put my glasses on.
Luckily, you can see. Luckily, you can see.
Yeah, luckily. But yeah, to say that there's a rule that you cannot poop in the house.
That's crazy.
Is wild.
That's weird.
Very weird.
Your friend daddy weird.
Okay, here's the next one. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. We weren't allowed to read the Berenstain Bears.
Why?
Because the dad bear was portrayed as a doofus and it wasn't acceptable to have parental figures portrayed negatively.
So he didn't watch The Simpsons?
I'm like, so that means you couldn't watch The Simpsons. You couldn't really watch any TV. The parents were never the smart ones.
It's a fictional story. The father is the comic relief because the rest of the shit ain't funny. But
exactly.
The father was the comic relief.
Nah, well, they couldn't read it.
And he still was the head of the household, doofus or not.
And they respected the heck out of him.
They were living well with his foolishness.
With all the foolishness.
Mama
was always on some foolishness.
And mama stayed in the bonnet. She didn't have no job. She didn't even wear clothes.
I'm like, dang, the dad was already going out making all the money, paying all the bills.
And he's the comedy relief.
Like, let him have some fun by being funny.
Doing wacky shit. I love the daddy. He was the comic relief. We
Well,
needed them.
That person couldn't read the Berenstain Bears, and
Your parents suck. Like, I'm sorry. Can you have any joy?
Well, I will
Can you
say,
have any joy?
you missed out, because hopefully you got to read it when you left their house, but
Father was beautiful. Loved him.
he wasn't nothing
He was
wrong
wacky.
with the Berenstain Bears.
Loved it. It was a nice, strong family. I don't know what your parents were against.
Yeah.
Your father must have been kind of dumb. Something ain't right.
Or-
Something ain't right.
Or one of those like super, super like religious people. You know how sometimes they get where you can't do nothing.
Boring.
Right.
If it seems fun, it's of the devil.
Of the devil. What did Bobby Boucher from Waterboy?
Don't remember.
Where the mama kept saying everything was the devil. Foosball was the devil.
Everything's the devil.
I was like, goodness, he can't have
If
not
you
a lick of fun.
smile while you doing it, it's of the devil. I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought the Lord was supposed to bring you joy.
Right?
But anywho.
Brings me joy.
Show do.
Okay. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. I wasn't allowed to wear black 2 days in a row because I might be perceived as gothic. Some of these are just like, what?
Your parents are that much of followers that they told you can't wear black because they are concerned
They
with
could wear black. They just couldn't
2
do it
days in a
more
row
than 2 days
because
in a
they
row.
were concerned about what other people would think about you wearing black. Mm-mm.
And why does you wore black for 2 days. Now on day 3, you decide you want to wear black. Why does that automatically mean you're gothic?
What if you just like black?
What if you just, because I was good for putting on all black. I loved wearing all black.
Wasn't my jam.
Oh yeah, I've always been good for putting
What
on
I
all
have
black.
done is wear all pink.
And I think that's weird.
I
would not
head to toe.
I would not wear all pink.
I wouldn't.
Honestly, it's very rare that you would catch me in anything pink.
Love it. I don't know if I wear all pink at this big old age. It would have to be a real cute outfit for me to wear all pink.
All right, let's this one's gonna get you.
What is it? 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 What is it?
All right. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. Once a month I had to pee in a bag.
What the hell? Why are you peeing in a bag? What is the story of this?
He said, once a month I had to pee in a bag. My mom claimed it was so she could test it to make sure I was healthy.
I knew that. So I hope anybody testing this boy pee.
But I learned later in life she was a long-time drug user and used it to pass drug tests.
Why did she just ask you for the pee? Why do this? Why not just ask you for the pee?
Could you imagine if he never found that out, or she, I don't know, ever found that out and then had kids of their own and then started making their kids pee in bags?
Why didn't she just admit that she was using that pee?
That's crazy.
Everyone's giving up some pee for a price at least once.
I mean,
we've all done it at least once.
I mean, I haven't.
I have. I was like, okay, free money.
I've never given up pee for blood tests, for drug tests, and I've never asked for pee.
I don't need to ask for pee. I got the clean pee. I don't need to ask nobody.
So I'm like,
I got the good pee.
But for a mother to, I don't know,
her child though.
Right, I'm like, that's your child.
You can at least tell them. You could at least, I feel like she could at least be like, hey, mama needs your pee. Like, but to be like, oh, it's a monthly ritual. I wonder if she was on probation. That's why it was monthly.
And I wonder how old, when did she start doing this?
From the beginning, obviously, if it was something they grew up with their childhood.
If he or she was doing this every month, she had to have been on probation.
That's something.
Because your probation officer is going to test you routinely.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a job after getting drug tested, chances of you being drug tested, I mean, for a lot of jobs,
are slim to none.
Chances of you being tested again is slim to none unless you give them reason to think that you're on drugs.
Or someone hates you and they report your ass.
Yep.
Other than that.
Yep. And we've already discussed you ain't got no friends at work.
They'll report your ass for no reason. They'll do a false report just to see if you on drugs. They don't even think you on it.
And just hope that it come back that you on drugs. They got rid of that bitch.
Crackhead ass.
Right. Ass was on drugs the whole damn time. I knew it.
Druggy.
Now I don't feel bad for telling people she was on drugs.
Even though I didn't know when I was saying it.
But anywho, people are terrible. I think this is terrible to take your child's pee and
I'm like, she could at least admit it what it was. That's my whole thing. You could at least been like, look, at a certain point, be like, look, I'm gonna need you to pee. And then it can stop being nasty, be in the bag, and at least it can be better.
And then I just imagine, what if he went to school one day
and just peed in the damn bag?
It was just talking to like, oh yeah, this is my monthly pee in the bag day.
Everybody like,
what?
And then the teacher find out.
Right. And then the kids go back to their parents' house like, I'm told we supposed to be peeing in the bag every month. Why you don't have me peeing in the bag every month? You don't care about my health? Like, what? The way that could just spiral.
So bad.
It's like, no. Leave your child's pee alone. And that's crazy that somebody, like, to actually say those words. Okay. What's the weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane? Don't sleep with the fan on or you will die.
You end up with a stuffy nose. I don't know about dead.
I was like, what? Fan ain't never killed me.
That was extreme.
Right?
What made them
I'm like, did they just not like the noise that it made?
Maybe they didn't want their bill going up. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
But you could just say, you ain't using up all my electricity. To me, that would have been better. And I hate when people,
because what do you mean using up all your electricity?
Just like making my bill high, because that's what it is.
Like, because you ain't got,
it ain't yours.
And what's the limit?
Whatever you willing to pay.
Exactly.
And with AES, ain't no telling what that is. Sick of them.
I'm sick of all these subscriptions. This one kind of made me laugh. What's the weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane? Halter tops are for hookers.
That one's not weird. A lot of people felt like halter tops were for her.
I liked the good halter. Back before I had the back roll.
We all liked the good halter when our backs was flat. But I was like,
now
my back got friends.
Exactly. And they ain't trying to leave.
And they don't look good in a halter.
They don't, which is why I don't wear it.
They look good from the front.
Oh yeah, it looks great from the front. I put a halter on if I put something like over my shoulders.
Yeah, cute.
But I ain't just wearing.
Not no more.
No, those days are gone for me.
That was 10 years ago, and them days are gone.
Well, that was 20 years ago for me. But I was just like, I don't think I ever heard that halter tops would meant you as a hooker.
My thing is, it wasn't my mother saying these things.
No, it's never your mother saying these things. When I tell you
my mama had my little sister dressed like a hooker, she did. She had these black leather knee-high boots, a mini skirt, and a crop top. Like, we was wearing whatever. It was grandma that didn't like it. Mama didn't give a damn.
I figured it was the older generation.
Mama didn't give a damn. She bought it. She didn't care.
That's crazy.
Mama had us look at whatever we wanted to put on.
Okay, so damn it, I lost it. This one was weird too. Well, they're all weird. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. We had to take our shoes off before we got into our dad's car.
So you walking in with the shoes in your hand? Or did you just not have shoes?
I'm like, did you leave? Right, I have questions. Did you take the shoes off and then just hold them in your hand while he was driving? Did you just leave them? Did you have in the car shoes?
They sell weather mats. They've been around for a while.
And did you leave your shoes just sitting in the driveway?
Where are the shoes?
Did you walk out the house without the shoes on too? But then that would be pointless to say that you can't have shoes in the car, because then your shoes would be cleaner than your socks.
Where are the shoes?
Right, yeah, right. Where are the shoes? Because when you get to your destination,
you need
what are you putting on your feet?
I think they're just holding them, which is stupid because the shoes are still in the car.
The shoes are still in the car. And then, it's just, or do you put them in a trunk?
They didn't specify.
He said he'd even brush our shoes and feet off, brush off any dirt that might have been accumulated. He didn't want to get the inside of his car dirty. We couldn't put shoes back on until we were out the car. So yeah, they just held them. But they're still in the car.
But
Dirt
he
is
said they
still
brushed
gonna
them.
fall.
That man was nuts. He said he brushed them.
Man,
I feel like if it's that deep, just drive your wife's car.
Man.
Why don't even have us in it? This is torture. I don't even want to be in it.
Ain't nobody tell you to go get this Jaguar that we can't afford, and now you don't want nobody putting shoes in it. Like, what are you talking about?
Just drive mama
car.
And
wouldn't it be worse if it was just like a Chevy?
Yeah, he didn't say what
like
type
a Chevy
of,
Malibu.
They didn't say what type of car it was.
I'd be mad as hell if my mama had like a Chevy Malibu talking about some, oh, you can't put your shoes. What?
I don't even think it's about money. That sounds
It's
like
not,
an
but I'm just
OCD
like,
person. That sounds like somebody with OCD who had kids, which is what that sound like to me.
And it sounds like it needs to be treated
Mhm.
or needed. I don't know. Maybe he got some help.
Maybe he got some help.
They have people that have OCD.
It's funny because I don't think he got no help. I think he just doing it.
Okay, this one says, okay, the weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. I wasn't allowed to paint my toenails black because Satan.
The hell, he in the bottle of OPI? Like, I don't.
Now, I got the whole black nails gothic. I get that connection. But I was like...
But gothic doesn't necessarily equate to Satan either.
Right. So I'm like, but all black doesn't mean you out here worshiping the devil.
What's the difference between black polish and blue polish?
Because sometimes they look the same. Because
it's dark blue.
Yeah. That midnight blue can definitely come across as black. I used to be good. Man, look. Call me gothic if you want to. I used to put on all black and black nail polish. Loved it.
Not my style.
It was definitely mine. And I think the last episode I had on all black.
Yeah, you're not that far off.
I would be gothic. I've always said I would embrace gothic.
I will say I love the romantic gothic look. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's just so good. But do I feel like doing all that every day? Hell no.
No,
it's so good. When I tell you I love it.
There's a lot of different styles of dress that I love, but I'm like, I'm not putting all that work into it. I'm just not. I would love to bring back something like the old school dressing, like 1950s swing dress stuff. I'm like, but who got the time to be putting into all that energy to dress like this? That's no.
It looks so good, though.
It does look very good. And I applaud the people that puts all that time and energy and effort into it. But me, no. I have every plan to do it. I even have my clothes sitting out. And then I'll wake up the next day and be like, you have to put on all that shit. Nope. Change my mind. Jeans and t-shirt it is.
I love me a good dress, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a couple skater dresses that...
I'm glad they back in style. Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait till Torrid starts stocking them again. They're
gonna sell out in 2 minutes. You're gonna be mad.
Yeah. All right. The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. My mom forbade us from sleeping with our wet hair because we'd wake up blind.
Blind?
Yeah.
Thought they were gonna say sick.
Now I would have thought that too, because I have been told, you go sleep with wet hair, you can catch a cold, especially if you sleep with the fan on, which apparently can also kill you.
But what does that have to equate with being
with
blind?
your eyes?
They just be making up shit. Truth is, they didn't like it and it made them uncomfortable. That's it. That's all.
How did you go blind from going to sleep with wet hair? Man, I used to love going to sleep after I finished washing my hair.
Oh, I couldn't.
I could. Especially when I started letting it air dry. Man, I would put them things into Sealy braids and I would put that bonnet on. Out.
That hair was so thick. It will be molded to however the hell I fell asleep. I fell asleep with it wet. I couldn't do it.
Now this one.
What's this one?
It would piss me off, not gonna lie.
What is it?
The weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't know was insane. If you go to the kitchen to cook something for yourself, you have to offer to cook for everyone in the family too. Can't be simple food either. Has to be a balanced meal.
If they don't want to cook, just say so.
She actually said, or he, I would fast until someone else caved and cooked. I promise you, maybe that would have been a good thing, because I would have been the skinniest bitch.
I feel like that rule is ridiculous. If you don't want to cook dinner, just say so.
Right.
Don't guilt trip your kids. Don't guilt trip your kids.
I know me and my sister-in-law talk about my mama a lot, because when I was younger, so in the house we lived in, you could see straight through back to the kitchen from the living room where my mama used to sit and be on her computer. And the way we used to try to sneak in that kitchen to get us something, it rarely ever worked. But like clockwork, whatever we was doing in that kitchen, she would see us, and then she would ask us to bring her a cup of something, bring her something. And we was like, every time we in the kitchen.
She waiting.
Yeah.
She like, one of them gonna come in here and I'm thirsty. And I'm just gonna wait.
You should see us. We have literally watched each other go in that kitchen and try to like get ice out the ice tray. You know, when you crack that ice, it can be loud sometimes. Yeah. So we try to do it real quietly. And then sometimes if you get lucky, you can get ice without having to crack the tray.
You can get a loose one.
Yeah. And then we'd be slowly just sitting it down to the bottom of the glass so that it didn't clink.
That's like so much work.
but you don't understand. In the kitchen, right off of the kitchen is where our bedrooms were. So our bedrooms was like 10 steps max from the refrigerator. And now you want us to come all the way up to the front of the house, out of our way, to come bring you a glass of something.
I'm going to ask you something.
What?
Wasn't y'all eating her fucking food?
So?
Wasn't y'all drinking her goddamn juice?
Look, I ain't asked her to have me.
First of all, I understood that anything I got was a transaction. Now, I fully understood this.
Nah.
I was like, okay, one of them gonna want something. If they hear me walking around, they gonna want the remote. They gonna want a light off. They gonna want a snack. One of them is gonna want something.
Look, you talking to the youngest of that family. I was spoiled. And I was lazy. All I wanted was some damn Kool-Aid. I didn't want to have to go and now go. And first of all, let's also count the fact that most of the time I already had my cup because I'm just refilling it. Now I got to go back to the literally beeline to the fridge, get my drink, going back to the room like I was never there. But somehow she called us every time. I was like, dang it.
She was waiting on y'all.
It felt like it.
She like, I'm thirsty. One of them gonna come out. I ain't getting up. They gonna come bring it to me. And I don't feel like that was an unfair request.
I didn't say it was unfair. I just said I didn't want to do it.
I already fully understood.
All we'd hear is, what you getting? And I was like, man, I wasn't trying to go. I mean, I'm trying to get back to my room before the commercial's in.
Too bad.
Because, back then,
you couldn't pause the TV. Yeah. You just missed it.
So, yeah. And I'm sure there's times where me and my sister-in-law just opted out of not getting something. We was like, man, we know she going to ask for something. She going to ask for something.
She waiting.
But, yeah, that's what that reminded me of.
Kids is folk, Jocelyn. You didn't know. Your back itch. You want the remote.
Man, it did used to annoy me, but I ain't saying it was unfair for her to ask. It's completely fair.
Like, I mean, we
already in the fridge, but did I want to do it? No.
Whatever, these kids, hand me, hand me. I couldn't wait. I said, ooh, now that the little one's young enough to comprehend.
You about to have him doing all kinds of stuff.
I've been, since he was like 2. Hand me.
Oh, you walking now.
Hand me something.
Hand me something. I don't even care what it is. Just pick it up and give it to me. Something wrong with you. But anywho, I wanted to talk. So the documentary.
Yes.
I actually got a few things I want to talk about. Before I give my input, because you might be a little surprised by my thoughts on this. I want to see what you think. Okay, so
Yes, yes.
The story of Jussie Smollett.
Yes, yes, yes.
That documentary just came out.
Wild.
I think it was last week.
Wild
Which when this come
documentary.
out will be like 2-3 weeks. And
Wow.
you know what? I'm oddly surprised that I haven't heard anybody talk about
Me
this
neither.
documentary at all.
I am surprised because there was some twists and turns in that thing.
It was everywhere when it was going on.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm really surprised that no one's talking about it.
Well, I think what people thought was the end wasn't the end, is what I think.
And I'll tell you this, when I saw the commercial for that, I was like, why are we still talking about this? And I had no interest in watching it until they got to the end of the commercial and it showed him sit down. I said, oh, they interviewing him?
Yeah. That's what drew me. And I said, oh, is that him? I said,
nah, I gotta watch it now. This. I said, now we talking to the actual person. I want to see this now. So you watch the documentary.
Yes.
What do you think? Do you think that he's telling the truth?
I think both parties are lying. I think I think there is two people who are, I think there's two sides, and both sides neither side is being 100% truthful. That is my thought.
I will say this. I think the two brothers are lying.
Hell yeah. I think the last one, because he couldn't even remember the name of the book. I said, are you shitting me?
I was going to read it. I was like, he was like, what's the name of our book?
He couldn't even remember the name of the damn book. His brother looking like something.
And I was like, and it's not lost on me that the documentary made sure they replayed that so that we could be like, hey, just so that in case y'all missed it, he don't even know the name of the fucking book that he is swearing that they.
Here's the thing, and this mistake happened more than once. Like he couldn't remember for the life of him.
Am I the only one that felt this way? But didn't it feel like he was reading cue cards? It felt like you know how when you in school. I mean, and I know
sounds
this
like
because
you're doing a project, a speech project, and you up there trying to remember what you're saying.
Because I always say I'm a slow reader. So you know how when you learn to read in school and you be like, you could tell you're reading a book, and it just sounds like you're reading a book, and none of it is natural. That's how he sounded.
But what's worse is he was on there talking the most one. Clearly, the quieter one was the smarter one. It was the dumbest. I was like, okay, the one in the yellow shirt is clearly the brains of the operation.
Actually, they ain't even the brain. The lawyer is the brains of that operation, and she didn't even seem that bright.
No, she downplays. I could tell her type. I saw she a sneaky little bitch. You gotta watch her. She's way smarter than she wants people to think she is. Way smarter.
But yeah, those two, I was like, I think they lying. Because
here's the thing, okay, where is his felony for having them guns? Why was he not in jail? And why was he in the interrogation smiling and shit? What about that? And then his lawyer was explaining to him the difference between erased and expunged on his record. What prompted her to have that conversation?
Well, that came about because of the guns.
Exactly. So what prompted her to have that conversation?
Because they were going to, I believe, seal his records if he confessed. And that's when, according to the documentary, that's when they finally confessed.
Because at first they said neither one of them said anything.
Exactly. And they wouldn't say anything, which was smart.
They should just kept it that way.
They should have kept it that way. But no, honestly, it worked out great for them. They made so much money from them. I mean, they got some fame, and
they were wannabe actors, so they wanted fame.
Exactly.
Beautiful bodies, though. I give them that.
Nah, I ain't like that.
I didn't say faces.
I didn't care too much for their bodies either.
I said, I wish.
I'm not into the like flat. Super muscular like that. Do I want you to have like fit, not muscular?
That's how they make their money. They're boxers, though. You don't want to be skimpy.
Exactly. But like, and every time it kept showing the picture, I was like, ew, get it off the screen. I don't like it.
I said, are they escorts? Like when I first, when they first showed it with no context, I was like, is that him in draws? Is he an escort?
No, boxers. But yeah, so I talked my sister-in-law before I even saw the documentary. She was talking to me about it because she had just finished it, and she's like, "Oh, I always believed what he was saying." And I was like, I thought he confessed that he was lying. I said, I guess I just didn't know as much about this as I thought I did.
That's why I said it's conflict because I think he completely told a lie? No.
But let me ask you, do you
But
think that somebody jumped him?
I do.
Do you think that he had somebody jump him?
That's where I'm conflicted. Now, do I think someone actually jumped him? Yes, I do.
But whether he paid for that to happen or not is what you're questioning.
And even if he did, I don't think he paid them two brothers. I
I don't think them two brothers had
they
anything to do with it.
at a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they had anything to do with the crime whatsoever. And then the police department is shady themselves. Like 2 weeks before this incident, they had the riots against them for gunning down that 16-year-old boy within 6 seconds.
16 shots.
And they shot him within 6 seconds of coming out the car. He just
and they showed that he kept shooting them even after he dropped to the ground. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that is wild.
And mind you, this was being brought up only 2 weeks before, so the department needed a win.
100%.
They
100%
needed,
believe
but
that
then
too.
In the documentary, when they were talking about it, they were like, "Oh man, it's gonna be hard." So they admitted that it was gonna be hard to figure out who these people were, and that's when they spin it and said, "Aha! He did it for attention with no evidence whatsoever to support that." Like, well, he paid them, but then if you look at the check, it says for personal training fees, and they were his personal trainer. Mm-hmm. So he used a business account for that. Yeah. He would not. It wasn't even his personal account. Why would you pay for somebody to beat you up with your business account? That makes no sense. You know, my brain was like, that makes no sense. He did not do that. That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. But I don't know. I'm still pretty neutral on it. I'm still like
I think both parties were doing shit that here's okay.
Now I do also understand what the police was saying. Like, at that time, Chicago was in like a polar vortex. Why the fuck are you outside at 1 a.m.?
But then,
and as somebody that lived in Chicago and know how freaking cold it gets there, especially downtown when you're closer to the lake, the last place you want to be is outside. But that freaking wind hits your skin and it actually hurts.
But then again, he just got there when that happened. He was not just there and then decided to go to the store.
But yeah, he had just got there. But they shot Empire in Chicago. Yeah. So he wasn't new to that area.
Yeah, he said he flown in from LA or something.
Yeah, he just got back.
And he was like, I'm hungry. There's nothing here.
He's staying at that 5-star fucking hotel. Ain't no way they didn't have freaking
he wanted Subway
room
for
service.
Some reason.
There's no way.
But you know,
that
room
as
service
high profile as
they cut off at a certain point. You can't get no fucking food from them.
Well, there's also no way
convenience
that
store at the
as
bottom.
High profile as he was, that his assistants couldn't have gotten him something to eat. Like
that dude Frank that called the police could have got him something to eat.
He had so many people that could have done this for him.
Yeah, the personal assistant.
His personal
Where was
assistant,
she at?
Exactly.
I don't know.
She was there, but apparently she wasn't there. So I'm like, as high profile, I'm like, also as high profile as you are, there's no way they just letting you go out and about on the street.
Apparently
like
they
that.
are.
Right?
I guess they felt like since it was like 2:00 in the morning, there ain't nobody out there and it's cold.
Apparently there was,
but. He wasn't the only one at that Subway.
No, he was not the only one. And the cameras showed that clearly.
I was like, why is this Subway so busy?
And then they tried to and now I both see where they coming from with this and also be like, hey, he was still hungry. The police is like, why did he care so much about that damn sub that he got his ass handed to him and still thought to pick that back up?
My fat ass. If I got my ass
pick my sub up too. That's the only good thing I got left today.
I at least want to eat shit. Like if my fat ass would have got the sandwich too. And that's what I was like, my fat ass would have still got that.
I'm about to eat these emotions. I just got my ass beat. This is all I got.
Maybe we fat because I would have picked up my sandwich. I would have picked up my sandwich.
I would have picked that fucking sandwich back up too. Like, no.
Y'all not getting everything out of me. I'm at least getting this fucking sandwich.
Like, my life is my face. And you just fucked it up. I'm about to go smash this fucking sound. Y'all lucky I don't go to a liquor store.
I mean, he probably ain't had a car been long. That's probably why he went to Subway. Like, you got to think.
He wasn't, but the thing, he wasn't initially going to Subway. He was going to Walgreens.
But it was closed.
And that's how he ended up at Subway.
Yeah, because I'm sure he wanted a protein drink, his skinny ass. But then he's like, shit. Well, what's the healthiest other thing? Fucking Subway.
And I was like, I get what the cops are saying, that, okay, a normal person would have forgot all about that damn sub.
But my fat ass would have came back for my sandwich.
Like, and if I would have forgot about it, I'd be like, God damn it.
What my sandwich? God damn it.
I'd be like, ain't nothing going right.
Would have been on the brink of tears. We shouldn't laugh. That's not funny. But then also the noose, that was weird. I wouldn't have been wearing it.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been wearing the noose.
And I will say that when I saw that clip come up, I was like, why does he still have that shit on?
Well, he said he put it back on.
Yeah, he said
you
he
could have showed them. You could have just showed them.
That thing is not going back around my fucking neck. Y'all can look at it on that damn table.
That was red flag number one. I said I wouldn't have been wearing that noose.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Especially with who his family is. I'm like, interesting choice.
Why?
His mother was in the Black Panthers and everything. You walking around with a damn noose? Are you crazy?
Well, he said he didn't even realize till he got back to the hotel that he had the damn thing on.
I mean, if it's cold as shit, I can see that. If it's like -2 and the wind blowing, you ain't gonna feel nothing.
But then...
And he had that thin ass fucking coat on. Where is your coat at?
Exactly. Again, in a polar vortex in Chicago with the lake effect. It is cold as shit outside. And then I'm like, and yeah, okay, you were so out of it that you didn't notice that the noose was on your neck.
Adrenaline from your ass beat. Okay.
But you had enough
to get yourself.
Okay, y'all. Okay, this is like, I know we laughing, but like seriously though, you so out of it that you don't
realize
think
there's
about the noose around your neck.
But you remember the sandwich.
You remember your motherfucking $15 sandwich.
Subway high.
Back then it wasn't as high.
No,
as it
that
is now.
$5 sub been gone.
Yeah, it was gone then, but they were still cheap. And I'm like, I ain't saying he lying. I don't know if he's lying.
The news thing was odd to me.
The news thing was odd.
And then they like, he refused to show his phone. I'm like, yeah, because he's doing drugs and he didn't want that on the news, which I understand. Yeah, he's like, I do not want that on the news. I do not.
I understood why he didn't want to show his phone because of the drugs, and he had high profile people numbers in his phone. He didn't want them being compromised. Yeah, which I understand. I 100% got that. And
that wasn't suspicious to me.
And also, I ain't do it to myself. So what you need my phone for?
What you need my phone for?
Exactly.
Because also he doesn't have a phone, and that's his lifeline. He like, if y'all take my phone, I don't have a phone.
True.
Need that. But
I thought that documentary was crazy. I don't think that I don't think he paid somebody to beat him up. That just seems like such a crazy thing to do.
It didn't but this is why I think here's my conspiracy theorist person coming up. Okay.
All right.
I think not that the Chicago Police Department was trying to cover up his crime. I think something bigger was going on at the same time that he might have crossed hairs with.
Oh, I definitely think
it had nothing to do with him per se.
Especially when they brought up that 16-year-old that got unalived by a cop.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, so this was to just cover that up.
They needed a win, and they wanted to look like the heroes.
Even if it wasn't a win for them, it's something to draw attention away from that.
So they immediately was like, nope, he did it. This ain't got nothing. This ain't no real crime. There's no more crime going on. There's no crime. There's no crime. And then
how hard the police was going, just like in the public, like, oh no, he's a liar. They were like having whole press conferences.
Even the press was like, what the hell is this? Even the press was like,
what happened to innocent until proven guilty? Y'all ain't shown no evidence to prove that he's actually done this.
The thing is, they have never had any evidence that says that he did anything. They were relying solely on the testimony of the brothers, who I don't think had anything to do with it at all.
And I think they said that the brothers ended up living a block away from where they lost the two people
And
that
what
did
about the
it.
10 seconds of video from the security guard at the
Right?
Sheridan that they never turned over right at the point where he was going to show?
The person's face. Yeah. How
And what about the
convenient.
other rich lady who he did not know, who was
I
walking
was
her
like,
dog?
and that's what I said too. I said, how convenient. I was like, I didn't know there was two witnesses.
Because we never heard about them.
Never.
Why were they not brought up? And then the DNA of two different people being on the Noose that wasn't him nor the brothers. So who DNA was that? And then the footage they try to say was black people, but clearly was not a black person with the red cab and the in color. I was like, that clearly
Trying
is not
to make
a black
it a black
person.
on black thing. I was just like, this is wild.
And this was like, what else? And then the lieutenant at the time, who later got fired for misconduct by the lady that we was dragging on the internet with the hair and the suits.
Mm-hmm. Because they found him passed out in the car. Talking about he was just taking a nap because he was tired.
Of how that department was getting sued by the citizens of Chicago left and right and left, even up until the incident. Like, I was like, okay, they hiding something.
Oh,
they
yeah,
hiding 100%. Something. And then the one lady they had, I'm not going to speak on this again. You said 2 words. You didn't say a damn thing anyway. I'm sick of you.
Sick of you and your 2 words. But yeah, I don't.
It was all a mess.
I mean, I refuse. I don't know. My brain just goes, no sane person would ever pay somebody to beat the shit out of them. I don't care how much I pay you. After you beat my ass, look, I'm gonna have to come hit you.
I don't think he paid anybody to
I don't think he did. I definitely don't think it. Now, do I think it could have been somebody that he knew? 100%. Do I think it was those 2 brothers? Definitely not.
Definitely don't. I'm like, we don't know who it was.
And then at the same time, just my opinion, if he gonna go to jail for setting this up, the brother should have went to jail too.
And that's what everybody's talking about. They're like, okay, so if they knew they were committing a crime from the beginning, when y'all came for him, why didn't y'all come for them? All want to know why? Because the deal they made with them, they lied and said they did not make. Because the one that was talking too much, the stupid Ola, his ass was a felon. It had all those guns in his house, yet nothing at all happened to him. Why? Because they made a deal. And then, like, it's so much shit. The police department a mess. The 2 made up people are a mess.
The whole thing is a mess.
And then the fact that they try to re-prosecute him after they made a deal with him and stole his money. It's too
I was like, y'all already made a deal and then y'all reneged on it?
Because at this point, he just wanted to be over. He's like, look, I just want this shit over. Because he didn't have to
because he wasn't going to say anything until they came to him and was like, look,
hand over if you let us keep the $10,000 in bail,
this and it's just gonna be over with. And he was like, all right, cool, let's do it. So he did that. And then this is
a new prosecutor came in the office, and then
this is the other thing I didn't understand. When the brothers, so one of the reasons that they say that the brothers started going after him was because he did the interview with, oh gosh, what was her name? The black chick.
I need to, but I forget her name.
Monica, no.
Robin.
Yeah, something like that. Barbara Walters. No, that's a white woman. Robin something. Anyway, he did the interview with her. And in this interview, at least in what I saw, he said that he didn't think he said it wasn't the 2 brothers.
Yeah, he did.
But for some reason, the 2 brothers took that as, oh, well, he said it was us anyway, so we gonna go all in on this. I'm like, but he didn't say that.
He said it wasn't you.
Like,
and the thing is, he has never once said, I lied. And so, and it's like, even when they prosecuted him and took him to jail, he was like, I didn't do this bullshit. Can you imagine being a victim and going to jail? Can you imagine?
Like,
oh my gosh. And it was worse because according to his creative director, he didn't want the police call, period, at all. Yep. He was just going to be, you know what, I'll put this ice on my cheek and go about my day. I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit. He'd been better off if he did.
He sure would have. I mean...
And it's sad that it's that way. That's sad.
That's the thing. This does nothing but promote that you can't speak up if you're the victim of a crime, whether it's a hate crime or not. You can't speak up because there's a chance that you gonna end up be the one put in jail.
And now he's trying to rebuild his life. I mean, the fact that they took a legally standing deal with him, and then
Acted like it never happened.
fired the woman that gave him the deal.
Yeah.
And what's crazy, I'm like, she was like, he was a non-violent offender. I would have gave this same deal to literally anyone else. Because it was him y'all wanted, but I guess because he was making the police department look mad. They were mad that she didn't stand with them.
At one point I think they said that he was using his connections with the industry and stuff to get these deals and stuff. And I'm like,
he didn't. That has nothing to do with the prosecutor's office. She just was like, because they loved her before this incident. Loved her. And they were like, how dare you? And she's like, I gave him the same deal I would have gave anybody. They fired her, and then they put a new person in place who then tried to re-prosecute him bitch for the same fucking crime. And his lawyer was like, y'all can't do that.
We got a deal.
And they said, so? Fuck your deal.
What deal? Where it's at? Show it to me.
And she like, right here. No, I got one. And then the videos of the police department deleting films from other restaurants and shit. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all too shady.
Man, I was like, it's crazy because one of the women that was like near the end of the documentary that they were interviewing is one of the documentary producers. Because she was like, oh, I thought he was guilty too until I talked to his family. And you could just feel the sincerity in their voice that like he didn't lie about this.
Because really he had nothing to gain from doing it.
Exactly. I'm like, what did he have to gain by doing it?
But then here's also the thing. They claim he's so guilty but had to release him after only 6 days in jail. Want to know why? Because they had no actual evidence of anything they accused him of. I think that
was just while they was waiting for trial though.
Yeah, but then they eventually let him free because they never had anything.
He ended up spending, I think they said 50
days, 60 days, something like that. But then they had to release him because they had no actual evidence that he committed any sort of crime. And then, well, this doesn't mean he's innocent. If he was guilty, why was he out? Why is he out?
I don't know. I hope that this turns out, doing this documentary for him, I hope it turns out in the way that he hopes. Because
he's trying to rebuild his career.
Yeah.
It just sucks.
It sucks because he is a good actor. Now, granted, I hadn't heard any of his music, but he can sing.
We didn't have a chance to hear his goddamn music. He was out for 2 seconds. When all this happened, he was out for 2 seconds.
The only thing we've heard him actually sing was what he was singing on Empire. And yes, he can sing. And I was just like, dang, that sucks. And then they wrote him out the show.
Boy, Lee Daniels did all that heartfelt shit. And then the moment she got sticky,
you got to go.
Sorry.
But you know what? At the same time, it's business.
My thing is, don't say you stand with him and turn on him. You didn't have to say shit. You could have just sent him personal shit. But to make a post,
learn that lesson too, because
not everybody.
People do have a habit of just hearing a story and taking that face value and be like, "Oh, we stand with this person." Like, but you don't know the full story yet.
Because here's my only thing: the only doubts people have are the doubts that the Chicago Police Department put.
Oh, 100%.
And so it's like, and they're proven to be shady. So can you even trust anything that comes out of their mouth? No.
Trust but verify.
They all look like criminals. Like, they literally look like criminals. So I'm like, not even that, they don't look like criminals. They speak like criminals. Let me rephrase, they spoke like criminals.
I just was like this documentary is kind of crazy. But.
It's wild.
I got another one.
What?
And it's crazier.
Which one?
It's new on Netflix too.
Netflix produces some bangers.
I don't know what they doing, but this one is called, hold on, let me pull it up because I got notes.
Because I'll watch it tonight.
It is crazy.
What is it?
It's called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish.
What does that consist of?
It's about this girl in Michigan, I think, and her boyfriend starts getting these text messages from this number they don't know, and they're being bullied by this person, but who that person is wild.
Was it like Gossip Girl and they talking crazy? Like
Like
what?
if you want me to go into I'll spoil it for you. But it's
I think I heard who it was.
I mean,
because people are talking about it.
and people
It was
been
her
doing
mama,
TikToks
right?
on it. Yeah, it was her mother. It was her mother. And when I saw the text messages that her mother was sending her and the boyfriend and other people too, telling her daughter to unalive herself before she does it.
Like I said, is she A and this is Gossip Girl? What is
She
this?
was talking about the girls. Now, this went on for like over 20 months, almost 2 years.
If
That her mother was doing this to her.
And then her daughter crying to her mom, really? It's okay. And she the one doing it.
And she the one doing it. That
I was
is
like crazy.
It's insane.
I'm lucky to watch that.
It's actually insane.
Girl, are you okay?
Right. I'm like, because clearly you're not. And she was messaging the boyfriend, telling the boyfriend, help, we gonna get rid of her. She was messaging some of the people that were associated with the boyfriend. Even when the boyfriend ended it with the girl.
Because of the foolishness, yeah.
Because of the foolishness, and started dating somebody, she started texting the new girlfriend.
How'd she get all these people numbers?
Because they was in a small town, everybody knew everybody. And like the things she was saying to this 14-year-old girl.
Her daughter and the other girls. Yeah.
It's crazy. His penis, my poon. Like, those are the kinds of things that she was saying to her daughter. And I'm like, what?
Why?
She told her daughter to jump off a bridge. There was something else she said. Nobody would ever want to be with your anorexic looking. Like, she was going in on her own daughter.
Enemies?
Right. Who needs enemy when you have somebody like that in your life? It's crazy.
And I'm sure she on that community.
She
crying. I bet she was crying. I bet.
Jay, when I say it was pissing me off, because she actually had the nerve, Jay, had the nerve to say, I think people forget that, we all make mistakes. Bitch, what?
You harassed your daughter for years.
I'm like, this ain't like you stole a lip gloss out of Target or something. You told your daughter to unalive herself before you do it.
Multiple times.
I'm like, you have to be joking.
We all make mistakes.
Like,
girl, why are you not in jail?
Exactly.
Because those were minors. You should be in jail.
And her name was Kendra Lakari. That's the mother's name. The daughter's name is Lauren. And she said that she did it. So she says that she didn't do the first few texts, that somebody else did. And she said when she started sending the text that she was doing it to see if she could catch them in like a lie or something like that. I was like, that doesn't even fucking make sense.
If you have the number of the person sending messages, contact them directly. What are you joining in for?
And what she kept doing was, so she was using this app. I forget what the app is called, but it's an app that can like change your number on other people's things. And the other crazy thing is, like, she's heavily involved in her daughter's life. She is like assistant coach to every sport her daughter is playing. And so like she's involved. The kids at the school know who she is because she's the coach on the teams. And she's heavily involved in like trying to figure out who's doing this to the daughter. Like, to the point where they got other people's kids involved. People that like had nothing to do with it. They were just friends with the boyfriend. Now they brought in a girl named Chloe, I think her name was, said that, oh yeah, she must be the one doing this. So for like a year, this girl was being accused of being the person sending these messages to them.
It never was.
And no, it was never her. They done interviewed her and her friends because they thought that, okay, yeah, they had this little tight clique, so they the ones that's not gonna say nothing. So we need to get them. they even accused one of the boyfriend's cousins of sending some of these messages. Like, in the whole time,
It was her.
it was the girlfriend's mother.
Crazy.
The girlfriend's mother. I couldn't imagine if my mother was doing something like that to me.
I'd be like, imagine learning that. She like, wait, hold on.
Now I will say this, and this might be a hot take, but because they show on camera when the daughter finds out that the mother was doing it, and she seemed awfully calm.
That's because she know her mother batshit crazy. Or that it was shock. I don't think she was calm, or she might have just been in shock. Like,
maybe, but I was just like, the way my brain would short circuit and I would forget that that's my mama.
I think she was in shock. Probably.
Because I'm just thinking back, like, now granted, it didn't happen to me, but I would just be thinking about every text message that she sent me would have just crossed, like, went, just play and fast forward across my brain.
I'm like, I know you didn't. I know.
And I would have looked at, you better get her the fuck out of here. You better get her out.
So when she discovers her mother is the one on camera?
Yeah.
How?
Because the cops can't. Okay, so
this is an active investigation.
It wasn't. It's not anymore.
Well, it was.
Yeah, it was like they had FBI involved.
Why she let it get that far knowing she the one that did it? You think FBI ain't gonna figure out it's you, bitch? Like,
because so they first everybody was convinced it was students, so they kept the investigation at the school. Then that was going nowhere, so then they brought in the sheriff, and the sheriff is like, I used all the resources that I could, and he was like, at this point, I just suggest y'all change their numbers.
Okay.
And the parents, and I get what they're saying.
They're just gonna figure out the new number.
The girl's parents honestly really wasn't saying much, in my opinion. But the guy's parents was like, we didn't want to change his number because we figure it's somebody that we know, and we want to find out who the hell it is. Because even if we change his number, they're going to get the number anyway. Which
is true.
Yeah.
Because she would have got the new number.
She would have got the new number.
Because she went through her daughter's phone to get the new goddamn number.
And so they were like, no, we're not changing the number. So then the sheriff is like, I don't know what to do other than to ask for assistance from the FBI. And the guy from the FBI was like, yeah, first I, did a data dump of the boyfriend's phones, but it came back with nothing. And then he was like, so then he got like some of the phone numbers that the text messages was coming from. And he found like, somehow he got the IP address. There was 2 IP addresses. And then he found out what company owned those IP addresses. And then he reached out to them and had them
tell him.
Yeah, he issued a warrant to get that information. And then he went back to the boyfriend's parents and was like, give me all of your contacts, and I'm going to see if anybody's number is listed as one of the numbers on these IP addresses. And the first round of numbers they gave him was the boys' friends and stuff from school, and nobody's number came up. The second set was just like, okay, we're giving you every contact. Mine, his, the dad's, everybody's. And the only number kept coming up turned out to be the girlfriend's mother's. That was a part of that IP address. And you could see on camera where the dad kicks her out when he finds out, because he was at work. While the police is searching the house, they show on camera, they're asking her, this is where they find out that she actually worked in IT too.
Oh, did she?
She did. And the police is on camera, and you can hear them asking her, okay, where's your cell phone? Where's your laptop? Do you have any more electronic devices? And she's like, no. And then they start talking to the dad, and the dad's like, well, did you get all of the cell phones? Because she has 2 more. And they was like, no. So they go back in the house. Dad goes in with her. Or with him, with the police officer, and the police is like, where's the other? Are you sure you don't have any more phones? Because we're being told that you do. And then she tells them where the other phones are, and I'm guessing that's the phone where she was actually sending the messages from. And then the dad is like, you gotta go, you gotta get out.
Well, yeah,
you gotta
harassing my daughter like this. What's wrong with you?
Then she had and this is the part that spit me. You spent 2 years sending all these crazy ass messages to your daughter who is sitting right next to you right now. But when the dad tells you you need to get up and leave, you now hugging the daughter talking about I need to stay with her.
No,
You
you
don't give a
don't.
fuck about that girl.
No, you don't. You need to stay in a home. Too bad. Get a new one.
You don't care about that girl
At all. Like, I wouldn't even do that to an enemy, yet alone my own daughter.
I'm like, the way she was holding on to that girl,
I
like, I can't leave me. And that's why I said the daughter seemed like she was just like a little too calm. Because I'm like, I get you, stud. You don't know what to say.
I think
but
she knew.
The second that woman would have tried to touch me,
I think she knew. I think the daughter knew.
I don't know if she knew. I'm not gonna say she
might
knew
been
because
in shock. But I said she might been in shock. Like what? Because remember, she's a teenager.
Yeah,
she might have been in shock.
I'm not gonna say she knew,
because that's her parent who, by all appearances, loved her and was heavily involved. Like she probably was conflicted and shocked. Like what?
I was like,
hell?
this is wild. I've never heard such a story of a parent doing something like that to their child. And then got the nerve to be on camera talking about, we all make mistakes. You don't know my story. You just know this one part of my story. I'm like, but this is a big fucking part.
That part is enough.
I'm like, it don't take forever to learn who a person is. And I'm like, and you can't convince me that you weren't headed in the direction of unaliving that girl.
That's sad.
I'm like, I truly, and granted, like I said, I could be wrong. And I pray to God that I am. But I think she would have done it. I think the mother would have done it.
And framed whoever.
And then the dad found out that the mother, so he thought she was working. Yeah. She wasn't.
She was unemployed?
She was unemployed.
Secretly?
Secretly.
For how long?
I think like at the very least 6 months. I was like, that's why she had so much free time to send all these texts. They said, I think the guy's mother, because at some point sometimes they would just take his phone. And they said that at one point, one day he got like 30 to 50 text messages in one day.
Yeah, because she's unemployed.
She was taking pictures of the both of them, marking out the daughter's face, writing stuff on it. I'm like, that you can't, I don't care what the mother went through in her life. You can't convince me that you actually cared about your daughter if you took this time to really do all of this stuff.
I'm like, so how did he not know for 6 months that she had no job? So he was paying for 3 different cell phones.
Apparently, she was trying to figure out ways because she handled the finances. This is also why I don't typically agree with the whole separation of everything. He had no clue. She handled everything. They got evicted from their house after this.
Because she wasn't paying the bills.
She wasn't paying the bills.
So what was she doing with his money?
And apparently they had somebody on there, I think it was her cousin. Apparently she said that lightning struck their roof and needed repairs and got money from them. And I was like, what? But yeah, she apparently worked for like some tech company. I think they said like a school too. I could be wrong on that one. I don't really remember. But apparently she got fired from both of them.
And I wonder why.
And the husband was like, when did this happen? And she was like, a while ago. I'm like, and now you want to sit here and turn on these crocodile tears? Fuck you and your tears.
My thing is, so you got fired and made no efforts to get a new job. You decided you want to harass these teenagers instead of getting a job.
Yep, that's exactly what she did. She got she was found guilty for 2 counts of stalking, 1 for her own daughter, and 2 for the guy Owen. And I'm like, she should have got more than that. She only got 19 months in prison.
That's less time than she harassed them.
Exactly.
They could at least made it as much time as she harassed them.
I was like, I said, because the damage she did to the both of them, and not even just the both of them.
Anybody
the people
else
that knew them was all getting dragged into this. She even started messaging the boy's cousin.
Like, you deep in it if you messaging the cousin.
The impact of her actions on all of these people is going to be with them for the rest of their life. She should still be in jail. She got out last year.
19 months.
She got 19 months in prison. I'm like, she should still be in jail right now. I'm like, because also, I think she had a crush on the dang on boyfriend.
Obviously.
I think if that boy would have been willing to do something with her, she would have done it. I was like,
so she won her daughter's life. Weird.
I was like, this
Don't
is
like it.
crazy. And she even tried to say, oh, the stuff that she was saying in there wasn't directed at her. And then the producer is like, so were you directing it at yourself? I don't give a fuck who she directing that to. You sent that to your daughter. That is your flesh and blood. The person, one of the people you are supposed to love more than anything on the planet. And yet you are sending her these messages. You are watching her mentally be wrecked.
And watching.
And just
Gleeful.
watching it.
Gleeful, obviously, if you continue on to do it.
I'm like,
smiling on the inside while hugging her. Smiling on the inside.
Exactly. I'm like, nah, she's a piece of shit. And I don't care how you try to slice and dice that. She's a piece of shit.
Start watching these Netflix documentaries.
These are the first ones that I've watched in a while. And I only knew about this one because of some TikToks, people doing the POVs and stuff. And I'm like, I get it. Sometimes I think TikTok not TikTok, but just people in general take it too far with serious things and trying to make it funny.
Yeah.
And this was one of them. I'm like, ain't nothing funny about this whole situation. Not a single damn thing. It's actually ridiculous. And this is what I mean by not everybody should be out here procreating.
I already said it. We need to make people sign up. But you got to get approved.
Yes. Do I say the mother clearly has some mental issues?
Clearly.
100%.
She's nuts.
But that don't make what she did right.
Because she knew it was wrong what she was doing. And she was not confused.
Exactly. She knows right from wrong. She shouldn't have did it. And then she's sitting on... I felt bad for him.
Poor husband.
And then she's sitting on this camera and just crying these boohoo tears. And I'm like, all she doing is saying what she thinks people should hear. She's not genuine at all. She doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't care what she did to her daughter.
And my thing is, you should have, when the FBI got brought in, you should have the comments go, okay, the gig is up. FBI gonna find me.
I don't think anybody knew that FBI had been brought in at that point. I think they kept that to themselves.
Which is smart.
Because she didn't know that the police was coming to their house with a warrant when they came to her house. And I was just like, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what she say. She could come to me with Jesus himself and be like, yeah, she is really sorry. I'll be like, Jesus, she got you too. Because she ain't serious. She do it again, you can't convince me.
Because that's nuts.
It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
And it's all documented.
All documented. I was like, oh, I don't care. Look, she should still be in jail. She should still be in jail. I couldn't imagine doing that to somebody that's my flesh and blood. I couldn't imagine doing that to anybody, period. But especially somebody that's my flesh and blood.
For
2 years. I'm like, this
not like a month or two. 2. I'm like, so at no point you got sick of doing that? At no point.
Couldn't have, because, and this is why I said I'm pretty convinced that the mother would have eventually unalived the daughter. Because the text messages were just getting worse and worse. It went from, oh, your boyfriend's gonna dump you, talking about Owen, to, oh, me and Owen are gonna be together. He hates you. He doesn't like the way you look. Then it went to, we gonna get rid of you. Then it was, oh, you should just, die. He would be happier if you were just dead. And it's just like, then it went from, oh, he'll be happier if you were dead, to, you need to unalive yourself before we do it.
Crazy.
I'm like, they are getting progressively worse.
By your mama.
By your mother.
I think the girl knew. I think the little girl figured out it was her crazy ass mama.
And here's my thing. I think that once it came out that it was the mother, I feel like the daughter may have been like, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, hindsight,
It's always 2020.
Yeah, hindsight, yes, it was obviously her. But yeah, I was just like that.
But that's the last person you suspect though in real time. You're like, it can't be
Exactly.
her ass, not her.
Not my mama. Not the person that's at all the PTA meetings and dropping me off, the one that's supporting the
The
relationship.
coach of all my coach team. She's the assistant coach in all of them.
I'm telling you, Jay, I was just like, what is going on in this world?
She hate that little girl. She hate her.
I was just like, that's crazy.
She want to skin her and wear it.
I just thought about something, but we'll talk about it later. But yeah, that documentary, Jay, it was wild.
I wonder what else they got on there. You know, I pay for that shit and I seldomly watch it.
What Netflix?
The kids mainly watch it.
I you know what I use Netflix for? K-dramas. That's pretty much
I
it.
was watching Mr. Queen on it.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
I love Mr. Queen. It's such a good show. It is such a good show.
Interesting take.
I don't care. The funniest part was when she slapped the king when she was trying to take that naughty book away from him.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I missed it the first time I saw that. But when we was in Atlanta and watched it and she slapped him, I was like, I can't see nothing else anymore than her slapping him and him just being appalled.
Because he's the king.
He was like, she just slapped me?
Yeah. He's the king. He like, I know she didn't put her little hands on me.
I know that this motherfucking peasant didn't just slap me. And she like, I don't give a who you are. Give me this naughty book. I want to see too. Like, Mr. Queen was so good. But you know, I've been balls deep in BLs now.
Yeah, literally.
Yes, literally. And I just finished one called Cutie Pie.
That's a cute name.
It is. It was an okay show. I don't know how it got such high ratings, but
are the main actors very attractive?
To me, no.
To the standards of the people watching it,
probably.
Well, that's how it got.
I will say that the one guy, the asshole of the group, or the couple, he was more attractive than the one that was supposed to be the feminine one. The one that was supposed to be the feminine one, for me, it was his lips. I was like, what is up with his
Ian in his mouth?
No. Ian just makes a face that when he smiles, sometimes it just looks like he's smelling a fart.
His mouth. I was like, what it is that I hate about Ian? I couldn't figure it out.
For this guy, it wasn't that. It was that his bottom lip was so much bigger than his top lip. But it didn't look natural. It looked like he either had a prosthetic lip on or he got Botox and it went wrong. Oh. And I was just like, his lips are fucking annoying the hell out of me. So anytime the main guy and him would kiss, it looked like he was kissing his nose. And I was just like, And I think they actually legit was into each other, because at the end of the last episode they do like the making of thing. Yeah. And you see like on the kissing scene, the director is like, all right, cut. And they just keep going. I was like, he said cut twice.
They're like, cut.
Stop it. Like, you know, this
break apart.
And then because one was laying on the couch and the other one was over him and they were kissing. And then the director said cut. They kept going. Then they show another angle. They still kissing and the director goes cut. So then they get up and one is like getting ready to stand up and one is like just sitting on the couch and they kiss again. And I was just like,
what?
So y'all a couple? I'm like, so are y'all like
dating?
Like, are y'all like dating or something? Like, nothing wrong with it. But at least that tell me
this is not acting at this point.
Yeah, y'all ain't acting. I'm like, so now I'm questioning everything. I'm like, so in this whole series, was every kiss like, hey, we gonna meet up after this, right? Cause
I'm
y'all had some
guessing.
steamy kisses. So I'm like, hey, okay, all right. I ain't judging nobody. But at the same time, I'm like,
How did you even get into those? Like,
girl,
how did you even land over
I
there?
don't know how I land anywhere I land. And you know what? You know I always gotta deflect just like you do. I'm blaming Gift.
The hell Gift gotta do it?
So for y'all that don't know, I used to work with this girl named Gift. Very nice, sweet girl. And she was the first person to say anything to me about BLs, which means boy love. It's dramas and romance with two male lead characters that end up being into it. Although not all BLs results in the two male leads being in romantic relationships. Some of them are literally just like bromances.
Okay.
So, but a lot, especially when you start going into Thailand and Taiwan, with the BLs, I haven't seen not a single one that's a bromance. They all into each other. But Gift was the first person to say something to me about BLs. And I told her then, I was like, I don't think it'd be my cup of tea. And I was like, honestly, I'm so neck deep into K-dramas right now. I really would rather dig myself out of that rabbit hole before I jump into another one.
And look at you in another one.
So, but she told me that months ago. Like, this was like early this year when she said something to me about that. And I was on TikTok and I saw a clip of a drama that was called Revenge Love, which I told you about.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't realize that it was a BL. I just thought it was just another drama. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna write that down. I want to watch it. So then I ended up on Viki and saw that it was on Viki, and then I saw the poster for it, and I was like, is this a BL? Because I'm like, it's literally just two dudes on the cover, and they looked like they was laying on top of each other. So I was like, you know what?
Let me watch it.
I'm just gonna start watching it. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. So Revenge Love got me hooked. I was like, this is such a good show. And I've watched so many BL. Oh, the other thing I love about a BL is, at least the Korean ones, they are little shorty bops.
All of them.
Not the men, the show itself.
Ooh, okay.
They're like 8 episodes. They're most of them, at least the ones that I've seen, no more than 30 minutes.
Oh, quick and dirty.
Quick and easy. I was like, I could knock one of these out quick. So I've been watching a bunch of them. And I went to the pharmacy this weekend because
Yeah.
got a gay person there. And I was talking to him and I said, I ain't gonna lie to you. I said, maybe I'm becoming somebody that like a good love story. I said, because the love between these two men, I have never seen in a heterosexual show at all. And I am here for, I was like, they had one drama. I can't even remember what it was, but there was one drama I watched. I said, it almost made me wish I was a gay man. I said, because some of these love stories between these men are just beautiful.
Wasn't that the ones they write? They're always, for the woman and the man, they're always like very superficial. And it always ends in death for somebody. And
Oh my
it's
gosh,
like,
yeah.
somebody always gotta die. And it's like, it's so superficial. It's like Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, the feelings y'all think y'all have do not match the scenario in which y'all are in y'all interactions. You cannot love someone that you just have watched from afar for 2 years. You don't love them. You
Like
are in
you.
lust with them. You are in lust with them. You do not love them. Like, yes, so we finally talk. You're the love of my life. Y'all have had 3 conversations. Keep your
Yeah.
panties on. Y'all have had 3 conversations.
Well, there was one called To My Star.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
It was such a nice, wholesome show. I was just like, this story between them is, 1, very realistic, and 2, it is just beautiful. I was rooting for, and the crazy thing about it, so typically at least in most of the BLs that I've seen, one, there's not a single hetero person in it at all. I was like, so these BLs just live in, there's no heterosexual people at all. I was like, okay. But then I thought about it, I said, you know what? We don't really portray them in heterosexual
At all.
content. So
There's
I'm like,
not
so
one.
I was like, so you know what? Y'all got it. It's fair. But this one, to my star, at least in the second one, because it's one of the few that has two seasons. And in this one, they actually brought in a female who is the ex of one of the guys. And I said, oh, they adding another element. They add not just a love triangle, but a hetero and then the gay. I was like, how's that gonna work out? And do you know by like episode 2 of that second season, I was like, he better not end up with her ass.
Hater.
Like, go back to the US. Because you know they always coming from the US. They were studying abroad, and it's always the US.
Like in America, it's always Paris. But
right. And I wanted him to end up with the guy so bad. I was like, fuck that heterosexual relationship. He loves you. Go be with him. And I was just like, well, I also don't care about none of that. I'm like, I don't care about gay, straight, none of that. So I was like, it was just interesting to see the actual story play out between like, does he go back to women or does he stay with men? It's like, interesting.
You too deep in those.
I just think they're interesting stories. Now, I haven't gotten into like GLs or anything, which I just learned exist. But then I was like, makes sense. If there's a BL, there's probably a GL.
I don't think I will want to watch that.
I said the same thing about BL. So I'm like, well, I don't know.
It's because of who they always have play the lead female roles I wouldn't want it.
What you mean?
They're either an attractive girl that's supposed to be ugly. That's annoying. I'm like, because if she ugly,
Like,
what the fuck is the rest
girl,
of us?
Strong woman.
Yeah, and I'm like, if she ugly, what are we? And then I'm like, she just a fine bitch in frumpy clothes. Do better. And then
I do find it not odd, but I think it's funny that with all the BLs, every single one of them is all, gray and blue and black dressing and everything. But the second they hook up, now somebody got on a pink cardigan. I was like,
that's
okay,
stereotypical.
insert the pink.
Like, damn, he can't still wear navy?
Right. I mean, but same thing.
Just because he had a little peen don't mean he got to change his clothes.
Same thing with the regular K-dramas and stuff. How before they get into the relationship, they dress all frumpy and stuff. But then once they in that relationship, here come the really nice trench coats.
Boy, where do they buy the fucking trench coats? Because I was like, this is not just like Burberry or something. I have never seen this fucking trench coat. And I looked at them like, that is a wool trench coat from, because the wind blowing, that thing hardly moving. That is a heavy trench coat, and I want to know where it's from.
Those are the trench coats that got 4 digits in the price tag.
No, they don't even got a price tag. They just tell you how much it is when you ringing that motherfucker up. Because it's for the rich people where how much it is don't matter.
Which means it's outside of my price range.
Homegirl need to know how much it is.
I don't even want to know how much it is.
And 3 digits is more than enough for me.
Because all it's going to do is make me become a hater. And I don't want to hate.
Because remember that time we tried to find those shoes?
Which ones?
Those white ones. I don't know if you remember those little boot-looking Adidas. Do you? We thought they were Adidas.
The ones that Stray Kids had on in their video?
Remember that adventure?
I think at that point we were just looking up to see what their performance shoes look like. And those big platforms. I was like, nah, those things are expensive as hell.
We went down that rabbit
hole. Because I could never find a shoe that Bang Chan had. I still want to find that shoe so bad because I like it. But yeah, nah.
You want to know why we can't find it?
Because it's outside our price range. We
are peasants who don't even have the access to get to where it is.
I told you, I ran across that Reddit where people was like, things that the filthy rich buy, and somebody put a hotel in there and the hotel was like $7,000 a night. I was like, you know what?
Have
I
it.
don't need to be on this website.
Looks nice.
I don't even think I can afford to be
I
on
think
this
you told me
website.
about this website. I said, get off that goddamn website.
I'm about to get a separate bill from Comcast that say, hey, what are you doing accessing shit you can't afford?
Get your broke ass off of there.
Back up, bitch.
Or like the broke people that be on Zillow looking at $1 million homes.
I would never. Because I can't afford it.
Why tease you? It's a difference between trying to manifest a better life and just teasing yourself.
All it's going to do is piss me off. All it's going to do is piss me off.
Why would it piss you off?
Because I ain't in it. I'm a hater. And you know it doesn't take much to trigger my competitive side. All it's gonna be I can do that.
Yeah, your hateration, as Mary J. Blige would say. Don't take much.
You know, I be the quick to be like, now watch, I'm gonna get that too.
And I told you, that is a great trait to a certain extent, and then it becomes a liability.
And it can become a liability for me.
I know, that's what it's great.
Because now, do I think I could actually make that happen for myself? 100%. But
yes, and that's the problem.
I would tunnel vision the hell out of it. I forget everybody exists.
And that's where it becomes a liability.
Everybody. And then once I get it, I pop up like, hey, what y'all been up to?
And everybody like
ain't nobody seen you in 30 years while you've been working on getting that house.
You bitch, we don't know you. Get your ass out of here. Stay unknown like you been doing.
You by yourself in that big ass house you just had to have. Hope that person you was jealous of is your neighbor.
And I hope their house bigger. They built an addition and now their house is bigger.
Yeah, while I was working on the house that looked like theirs, they was adding to theirs.
Now they got an 8-car garage. Now what are you gonna do?
Man, I'm telling you, it can get pretty toxic with my competitiveness. That's why I don't go looking at the $1 million houses. That's why I got the hell off that website with that hotel. Because honestly,
you thought about it. I know you did.
When I saw the link in the Reddit and somebody said that the hotels was like stupid expensive for the filthy rich, I was like, it can't be that bad. I'm pretty sure I can afford to go if I like save up for like a month.
You thought it was gonna be like 1,000 or something.
Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe 1,000 a night. Okay. Then I only stay one night just so I can get the experience. But then when I said, oh no. No.
Get out.
No.
Looks nice.
I ain't even looked to see how it looked. I literally saw the price tag per night. I said, you know what? There are some websites that I can't even afford to look at.
You know what hotel I really want to go to?
What?
In that Just Right movie with Queen Latifah.
Okay.
When she thought she was finna die, she went to that fancy ass hotel in like the Swiss Alps or some shit.
Is that a real hotel?
I don't fucking know, but I want to go. It looks fucking beautiful.
I can't think of any place that I want to.
I was just watching. I was like, is that a real? I know the name ain't real, but is that actual hotel a real?
My dumb ass thought the Ritz was the most expensive hotel here.
Do we even still have it?
There is. There's one in St. Louis that I actually want to go see.
No, I'm saying we don't got one in Indiana no more.
Yeah, they ain't got shit.
I can swear at one point we had one.
We got an Omni that ain't even as good as it used to be.
It's all right.
It used to have room service. They don't now.
How you don't got room service?
You're a 5-star hotel.
With no room service.
I'm sorry. Once you start getting into that 5-star range, you need to have room service.
Once you get to 3.5, I'm expecting.
I wasn't going to say it.
I'm expecting room service once you hit 3.5.
At least have a restaurant on the premises.
At least 4. At least 4 stars, you should have that.
4 stars, you need a damn spa too.
Yeah, because I'm sick of them doing that. I was like, this room too high for me to not get a facial while I'm in this bitch.
I mean, what's that nice ass hotel we saw in
Michigan? The middle of nowhere? It wasn't in Michigan. It was here.
Oh yeah, it was in.
Was it Notre Dame?
Yes.
Yeah, it was Notre Dame.
Nice ass hotel
in the middle of no fucking where.
We stopped there to charge the Tassie and have
something to eat in that empty ass restaurant. I was like, God damn it, I'm hungry. But
and then we walking through the lobby. I'm like, this is a nice hotel.
It was humongous.
It was huge.
In the middle of no fucking where.
We go to the damn receptionist, whatever her name is, host, whatever you call them. And I asked her, I said, where's the spa? She's like, we ain't got one. You mean in this nice ass hotel?
This large ass hotel.
Y'all got everything but a spa.
They even had a place to play putt-putt. But no
Literally,
fucking spa.
They had virtual Top Golf in this hotel. Now, mind you, again, we ain't actually staying at this hotel. We just stopped to use the bathroom.
And charge the car.
But I would have stayed there if they just, I'm like, I would go and play at that virtual Top Golf.
Eat at
that place that was right outside it.
Because we know it was there because I can still smell the bacon and shit in the
It
air.
smelled delicious. And then they had like some drinks on the menu. I was like, ooh, these drinks sound delicious. Mm-hmm. Couldn't find a worker at all. Nothing but that lonely host.
In jeans. That nice ass hotel. They ought to be ashamed.
I said,
you could at least put some khakis on.
Damn well, y'all should have had a spa in here. I said, if she would have told me that they had a spa, would have booked me a room that damn day.
I don't know why they didn't have a spa.
That night,
they think people don't want the spa? I would like a facial, but I don't know. I gotta be careful with them facials.
Yeah, you do. I like a good deep tissue massage. Oh, shit. And nothing tops a good hotel spa deep tissue massage. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, this nice ass hotel and that
in the middle of nowhere.
That was the thing that kind of threw me, was that it was literally in the middle of nowhere.
Shit in the city ain't even this fucking nice.
Nowhere near.
Nice free parking garage.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you leave within a certain time.
Still.
Right.
Our shit is a 0 to 2 hour fee. It ain't free.
It sure is. And then literally on the other side of the park, it had 2 entrances to the parking garage. And on the other side where we came in at, or from where we came in at, it had like a little town full of like restaurants and stuff. Cute. I was like, dude, they are just, they're missing out. Just add that spa. Just a few spa services.
Or at least a spa in one of the many businesses right next to it.
And if that's the case, you need something on your desk that shows like, hey, we got a spa within the vicinity.
Walking distance.
I was like, man, this could be and it's only 2 hours away.
Why is there no spa? Why is everybody skipping on the spa?
Just like all these restaurants skip on the dessert. I'd be so mad.
What the hell is that about? After I have a nice filling entree, I want a dessert.
But all they ever have is some basic ass cheesecake, some basic ass chocolate cake, and maybe a caramel bread pudding.
I will say, I love a good basic bitch cheesecake.
I don't.
I love a little basic bitch cheesecake.
I don't. I be looking at the menu. I be like, man,
I like the soft crust, not the hard crust.
I be like, y'all got all these options for this fucking food. What's going on with the dessert? I don't want your fucking cookie.
And it do be a cookie with 1 ice cream scoop. I could have ate that at home. I didn't need to spend $12 on this shit. I could have ate that at home.
Like I wanted 5-star dessert too.
Nope.
No. And then when they do have something good, they take it off the menu. Like Longhorn took the cheesecake balls off the menu.
And why the hell? With the little dip? Why?
Those things was the best thing on their damn menu and they took it off. I was so mad because I used to work for Longhorn when they used to sell those. And God, man, the loaded potato soup.
That sounds good.
Is delicious. And those cheesecake balls, oh my God, they were delicious. I was so mad because they'd always come out hot. And I'm just like, oh, they used to be so good.
My thing is, I told you I have this theory that companies learn what the fuck I like and snatch it away from me.
I think they do it for all of us. That's why they make everything limited edition. I don't want your fucking limited edition.
Here's my thing. I'm like, why would you release that? Like, I'm still mad at Mac for getting rid of that tinted moisturizer. That was the best tinted. They called it a BB cream. And it was the best, so they discontinued it.
Let's see, is there anything I'm mad that people got? I can guarantee it's food related. You know what? I'm mad Doritos got rid of the 3D.
I remember those. Those were fun.
I used to love those damn things.
Because it was so hollow, good crunch.
And there's something with Bugle.
What's up with the Bugles?
Didn't they used to have a lot more flavors? Now all you see is nacho cheese and ranch.
Didn't they have a pizza one and all this other shit?
I'm like, there used to be so many things.
I haven't eaten a Bugle. You over here mad about old people snacks. I don't even think the youth know what the fuck a bugle is.
It's bugles are the chips that you used to be able to put on your fingers.
Girl, I had a bugle in years.
I had bugles this year. Several of them. I love me a good bugle.
Gosh, I haven't had a bugle. They bring back memories.
They keep them hidden in the stores.
Cause who the fuck is buying them?
Me. I love me a bugle. I don't care. But I feel like they used to have more flavors.
I should eat a little bugle. Have they changed the formula?
No. Thank God. Nacho cheese still tastes like nacho cheese.
Oh, you know what I miss? Those fucking Pennsylvania cheesecake bites.
I don't think I ever had that.
The cream cheese people made.
The cream cheese people
made these strawberry cheesecake bites. My God. Those were so
not my God.
They were good. They were good. Me and my mom used to tear them up. Okay, she would buy them and I would fucking eat them.
Didn't we do that to both our mamas?
This was I'm afraid of the wrath that's gonna come to me. They gonna eat all my shit.
Man, I'm telling you, the way I've told my mother several times, ain't no yours and mine. It's mine and ours. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, my Bubba's obsessed with sweets, as am I.
Well, me and my mama have not been small people since I can remember. So we like to snack too. And me and my mom used to get so mad at me because she would buy like chips and shit, and I would attack that shit. Sitting watching TV. Not much has changed. Nothing but my age.
See, I didn't give a fuck about a chip. I don't care about a chip. I don't even eat chips. I haven't eaten a chip in the long. I don't even eat chips.
And you know what I could go without? I could go without the candy.
It's me who... Well, I don't eat candy. I just like sweets. This is my problem.
I mean, candy is sweets.
No, it's separate.
You one of them people that don't count chocolate as candy, ain't you?
It's both. I prefer... Chocolate is... It depends on what type of chocolate you eat.
It don't matter. It's all got sugar in it.
So
it's candy.
No, just because it has sugar doesn't make it candy.
Chocolate, I mean, it literally says a chocolate bar is a candy bar.
Well, yeah, a candy bar. I'm talking about just chocolate.
But ain't chocolate, for the most part, always in bar form?
No.
When ain't it?
It's a yogurt sometimes.
I said for the most part. I know that they will liquefy chocolate, but chocolate will always harden up by itself and be in a bar form, which makes it a candy bar.
It's not a candy. It is a candy bar.
Chocolate is candy. I'm sorry.
It ain't candy.
It is.
It's sweets.
Which candy is sweet?
No. Candy can be a sweet, but not all sweets are candy.
And all chocolate bars are candy, and all chocolate is candy. I'm sorry.
All chocolate is not candy.
I give you the sweets thing because yes, cake is sweets, but it's not candy. That does not include chocolate.
Yeah, it do.
No.
Yeah, it do.
Because all you doing is melting a fucking candy bar and then putting it in something else.
Now it's not a candy bar. Therefore, it's a sweet.
It's a candy bar that you just. It's a candy bar that you melted.
It's a sweet.
No, what you putting it in makes it sweet.
Nope, it's a sweet.
Yeah, no. And I feel like there's a lot of people that agree with you on this. No. Chocolate is candy in whatever form it is in.
It's a sweet.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Sweet tarts are candy. Chocolate is not a candy.
Chocolate is a candy.
No, it ain't.
Because it can give you cavities just like that damn sweet tart would. Here's what I have
decided. Anything that has a milk base is not a candy, it's a sweet.
That's just not true.
That's what I've decided. I told you this is what I've decided.
But
if it has dairy in it, I don't view it as a candy. It is a sweet.
But you know there are some savory things that have dairy in it too. Are they also a sweet?
Nope, they're savory.
This is what I have to deal with. This is what I deal with This is what I deal with. Like, I don't understand. No, I don't care what you and anybody else say. Chocolate is a candy.
Sweet.
It is a candy. Yes, it is also sweet. Just like you said, all candy is sweet, but not all sweets are candy.
Which is true.
All chocolate is a candy.
Mm-mm.
I don't care if you take that chocolate bar, put it in the microwave or a pan, because I used to bake too, so I know you can't melt it in a pan, temper it. I don't care how you liquefy that chocolate bar. It is a candy bar in liquid form.
That's sweet.
All right, well, this was fun. This was a time. We're going to call it there, you guys.
Yeah.
On this debate of whether chocolate is a candy or a sweet, it's both.
I can take that.
Hmm?
I will accept that it is both.
But it's never a chance where it's not a candy.
It's not a candy. It could be a sweet.
See, we're not getting back into this. Anywho, hopefully y'all vibed with us. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this whole segment of us going on these rants about these documentaries and the weird things that people did in their households that to us don't make a lot of sense. But hey, to each their own.
The no poop was wild.
No poop is wild.
That's the wild. Not even
Man,
the peeing
your
in the
stomach
bag.
just be all kind.
Your mama just was a drug addict. But
I feel bad for your intestines because that is not good holding that like that. But anywho, hopefully y'all vibed with it. Hopefully y'all like it and everything. Make sure you do all the things like, comment, and
share.
On the YouTube, subscribe there as well.
Yes.
On the audio platforms, please make sure you give us a like on there as well. Comment on our episodes there. Engage. Make sure you follow. Rate us and review us. We would really appreciate that. And join the Discord. We have a Discord.
Yay!
I will make sure that it is left in the description. So please make sure you join that. It's called the After Party.
After Party.
She is going to sing that every time I say this. And I did not realize what I was doing when I said that name. Anywho, it's called the After Party. We got, some topics and stuff that, you can participate in some of the boards there.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be a good time. It is just an extension of the podcast. You can go there and, make some wine night confessions to us.
Let's hang out.
Just hang out. Ask us how we doing. Sometimes we having a bad day too.
I know, don't nobody ask us.
They don't never ask us how we doing. What kind of friends are we? But yeah, make sure you come there, vibe out with us. Like I said, it's all in the descriptions. And until next time, deuces.
Bye, friends.